Hi everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Colors of Life. Sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what we think of when we talk about girls, and particularly as Psalm 144 verse 12 would say, talking about daughters who are polished like cornerstones in the palace of God. Well, having said that, today I have three precious cornerstones with whom I'm going to be talking about girly things, girl stuff, girl spice, and I'd like you all to meet Michelle, Naya, and Anu. So girls, welcome to the set. Welcome to Colors of Life. How are your colors? We were talking about flavors a little earlier on, and I said, you know, like if I was to choose a flavor, I am vanilla. Michelle is?
Mint.
Chocolate.
Cherry.
All right, and Michelle said mint because mint has all that bite and spice. Well, over to you, Michelle. Introduce you, your name, your age, your 16 beliefs, and what you like.
Okay. My name is Michelle, as you said. I'm 16 years old, and I like singing. I like talking to people. I like meeting new people. I like dancing, even though I can't really dance. I don't like school.
We're going to come to that conversation about not liking school, because I really want us to interpret why you say that. So just coming back to, you were about to say something about what? Your beliefs?
My beliefs. I believe that as girls, we should have good communion with ourselves, yes. And in that, we should also love God, and we should not depend too much on boys.
Come to the reason why that is. All right, exactly. You don't think girls distract guys too?
Okay, no, yes, girls distract
we know we do.
All right, let's leave that one. Okay, then. So, my dear Naya, over to you.
Okay, my name is Naya. I'm 17. I love to dance. I love to play. Singing. Yeah, I just like making noise, basically. I love making people happy. I believe like happiness is the key to making you feel younger and you feel happy about yourself. You're making you feel beautiful, loved, important, and everything. Okay, I believe that as girls, you shouldn't let anybody put you down, because you are special. Like, you should know your worth. You shouldn't let anyone make you feel less than you actually are. Maybe when the boys say you're beautiful, your head goes run, but then it might not. You don't let them, like, I don't know how to put it, but then I feel like your own beauty should be the one you believe, not
what people tell you is beautiful. I knew you were laughing, so let's hear about you. And what do you think about being beautiful or being called beautiful? Yeah.
Okay, my name is Anu, as you have said. You can call me Zibada. I am 16 years old. Yes, I love to sing. I love to dance. And I guess, I'm just guessing. That's how funny. I'm funny. I just like to be me. I like to be happy. I like to express myself in different ways. I like to make people happy. Yeah. And what I believe. Okay, for ladies, for girls, I just believe that we should, like, in this male-dominated world, we should like push our standards higher, because we can become what they say we cannot become. Because, like, we should believe in ourselves. We should never doubt in ourselves, because boys aren't better than girls. Girls, like, aren't better than boys. But we're equal. We're equal. And girls can do what boys can do. Boys can do what girls can do. So just know that you're blessed, you're beautiful, and you have all the rights to do something great in this world.
I love Dr. Seuss. He says, there's no one youer than you in the whole wide world. And, you know, talking about you and, you know, the God girl factor, right? If you were to pick a character in the Bible, who would be your favorite character, Michelle?
Martha.
Martha? Why?
Yes. I just believe, well, she was able to do something so great and still have God by herself, like by her side. She didn't forget who she was. in that period.
You know, most people tend to condemn Martha, saying that busy Martha, she didn't have time to worship Jesus. So I find it amazing that you love Martha. Isn't that great? Martha's got a following. Naya, who's your favorite?
Esther.
Esther, of course. Esther, but why? Why for you?
I like her confidence. I like her. I just like what she portrayed. Like I feel like she's a huge role model to young people, especially those who actually have low self-esteem and those kind of things. I just feel like she's a very great influence. I really love Esther.
You're talking about low self-esteem. Have you had challenges?
Yes, I've had. My junior year, I actually had low self-esteem because I was bullied, or I was put lower than I actually was. I was called a tease. I was called not beautiful. I strut while I walk. So they said I'm shaking my bum for the boys. They made me feel like I wasn't. So I basically didn't have true friends. I was alone. So I was basically with my sister, call my mom. I wouldn't want to go to school.
So it was really. How did you hear them talking about you? Why did
they said it to my face? Like,
oh, they said it to your face.
Yes,
really?
So disrespect. Like they was talking in the room. Then when I walk in, they keep quiet, and then they just start talking about me. Saying,
well, these are seniors.
No, it's
your peers.
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's an experience to come back to. So how did you reset yourself? How did you become like confident, courageous? How did you build courage to break through that kind of esteem challenge?
Okay, so that's where I picked up the habit of talking to the mirror a lot.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I would stand in the mirror and say, you know, you're a beautiful girl. You know, you're this. And then I'll walk around and I would dance. I'll make videos of myself. My mom always say, you're so beautiful, my princess, my diva. My daddy would call me his sunshine. Those words making me...
And it made you happy?
Yes.
Well, that's great to know, because some girls actually forget that moms and dads celebrate them. They want to be celebrated outside by other voices, and that's where you really have to be careful. So, Anu, who's your favorite model? Ruth, really? Why?
Her life just portrays faith. Like, she still followed Naomi, even though all the work she had done was over and everything, but like she still followed him and she still found Boaz. And like that just shows faith, because she could have given up, but like it just shows that we should not give up as women.
Have you been challenged?
Just have faith.
Come to a time when in your life you felt, even at 16, we say, what does a 16-year-old know? How can a 16-year-old give up on what? Have you ever had that kind of challenge?
Yes, I've actually given up before, like a lot of times, but like I just had to have faith. Like in my studies in year 9, I gave up math. Hey, I gave up. I gave up. My scores were not the greatest, I'm telling you, but like when I came to grade 11, surprisingly, I was like, this term that just passed, I actually improved, and I even taught people.
All right, so what made it turn? What made it change?
Faith.
All right, so I love that. Put your hands together for faith. You know, faith is the evidence of things that are not yet seen. It is, the substance of what you hope for. So whatever it is that you are being challenged with, have faith. Keep the faith and find some good, faithful friends, right? We'll be right back after the break. It's beauty, it's brains, but most importantly, it's the blessing of God that makes sweet 16 or sweet 17. Yes? So which one is sweeter, the 16 or the 17, Naya?
I don't know. I believe as you grow older, you discover like new gifts, new stones, new experiences, new everything that teaches you more. when you're younger, you grow older, you know, I don't know, it's just a blessing.
So do you feel older, really?
I don't feel older. No one makes me feel older. I feel very young.
You feel very young. Awesome, awesome. But, you know, they're 16, so what would you advise them? Now you're 17 and they're 16. I mean, like, what would the wise 17 tell a 16-year-old?
I will tell you to value your dream a lot.
To value your dreams.
Yes.
Awesome. So for you, value, the most important value, the value for a 16-year-old or anyone for a young girl, what name?
Family should value. If anything little, if you would love to, for example, when I was younger, I used to say I wanted to be a musician, but I do not know how to sing. But no, my parents I can sing, but then you know people say you can't sing, but I feel like when I sing, so I'm hearing you can't sing, I'm hearing you sing. So, but then something little as dancing, as playing, and making people smile, it can actually be from like a dream or from an inspiration. I think you value it and like exploit on it. You need to bring out something very beautiful.
So put value to your dreams.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Michelle, what would you call a virtuous woman's value as a girl child?
I believe one of the most important things for females is their confidence. Because in this day and age, there's a lot of judgments coming from here and there, from even older women, from we ourselves as females, and from males too. And if you don't have that confidence in yourself, that you're beautiful, you're wonderfully and fearfully made, and that you are who God says you are, and you are chosen and destined for greatness, then you are going to fall. Like, it's not going to be a good thing at all.
Wow. I mean, Michelle, I feel like just applauding and saying, yeah, go girl, go girl. Where did you get all that wisdom from? Because that doesn't just come because you crammed it into your head. That is experiential. So how did you get to that place where you are so confident to give this kind of confident advice?
Well, I mean, I won't say I have ever been timid. I've always been myself in different situations. But from what I've seen about people, because sometimes some of my mates will come to me and tell me their problems and I give them advice, I notice that a lot of people around my age feel some sort of, like, they don't feel confident in themselves, and they feel like Naya said, they have low self-esteem and things like that. But all that is because they are taking in what other people say about them and not taking in what God says about them and what they say about themselves.
Wow, wow, that's totally awesome. That is loaded. Talking about loaded things, Anu, and confidence, courage, what would you say is a value, and where do you draw confidence from?
Okay, first of all, your outward appearance, because some people, as Michelle has said, some people actually, what they believe, like, I have a friend, right? And she believes that she is ugly, she believes that people hate her, she believes that she is not, like, worth, like, it's just very sad. And yeah, I've talked to her about it. I've told her that she's beautiful. And actually, like, these things come from, let's say, her, like, our own peers, like, our age mates, our age groups. And sometimes people even, let's say, gossip about her, or she gets it from home, like her auntie can just be like, they're just saying, oh, see your hips, they're so wide, like that. And she just feels very uncomfortable about it. And she was even telling me that she wants to get baggy clothes, that she just feels
to hide her,
like, just to hide her body and everything. But like, I just feel like,
so what's that called? Body shame, right?
Yeah, body shaming.
Okay, yeah, so a lot of young girls have that challenge.
Yes, a lot of young girls have it.
So in talking to her, has it helped?
Yes, it has.
All right. In the world in which you're in now, right, and the challenge, the girl challenge, breaking through, coming through, academically, you're talking about school, that you don't like school. How would you, how is that, how do you explain that, not liking school? Why? How?
Well, I wouldn't say I totally hate school. Like, there are good aspects of school and there are bad aspects too. I like the whole knowledge parts, like receiving the knowledge, but I don't like the expectations. Like, I believe that everybody has their level of, like, their particular subjects that they can be good at and things like that. But sometimes teachers just put pressure on you. Like, we're meant to push to be our best. And of course, we are doing that, but sometimes the teachers make us feel less than we are because they tend to compare us to other students who are better than us in certain subjects, and they make us forget about the subjects we are good at and make us feel like we are bad. Like,
so your challenge is really about the fact that they just make you feel less than the excellence you believe you represent anyway.
yes,
That everybody in them has a level of, has an expression of excellence.
Yes.
It just depends on their subject and
people,
on their area of
yes,
strength.
different people are good at different things.
All right, so Naya, I can see you nodding your head. What do you have to say about school system and learning? As a girl child, do you feel boys are treated preferentially in school?
I don't know, but I feel like school has, like, I'll call it temperature fluctuation. because in school, that's where girls or even people pick up those terrible habits. At the same time, they pick up confidence from, like, their friends hyping them and everything. From that hyping, you can be hyped to do the wrong things, can be hyped to do the right things, can be hyped to, like, soar high in life. But then I just feel like school is...
But school is necessary for now. And what do you have to say about school?
It's very necessary.
It's very necessary.
Because you need to learn.
Yeah.
But, as Michelle has said, teachers, some of them just bring you down to a level that you just feel you cannot come out of. They just say things about you. They just talk about you, like, they just lower your self-esteem. I don't know how to explain.
All right, now those are the teachers that do that. But
Yes.
surely there must be some teachers that are different.
Yes, they're very, very true.
So have you encountered such teachers? Is any such teacher invested in you as a girl? Okay, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Her name is Miss Ariel. Miss Ariel, yeah, some people do not like her.
But anyway, go on.
But I really do.
Okay, what did she say? What made the difference?
She has really, like, she's my math teacher. And she really made me to believe in myself. Because at a point, I gave up. Yes, as I told you before, I gave up. I didn't have faith. But, like, she spoke to me and she was like, you have the ability to learn. You have the ability to do well in math. That just believe in yourself. Practice. Go and just try and put in all your best and everything. And I listened to her, and I even wrote a letter to her just to thank her and everything, because she has really been a huge impact in my life. I even saw her as a mother in school. Like, I'll go to her, and sometimes she gives me work to go back to dormitory to bring it back, and she has really made.
So she's really brought out the mathematician in you.
Yes, amen.
Well, what I think the most important thing, as we've said, is about courage.
Yeah.
And the power of words, from what you're saying, words that will bring out that strength and that will to be more than you knew you could be. Particularly for girls, I think that's a BIG factor. But we'll come to the real BIG factors after the break now. Talking about the boy things.
Dun, dun. Okay.
So welcome, we're back on set. This is a special edition with sugar, spice, and everything nice. Yes, it's with the girls, girl talk and all that stuff. You already know, I love girls, I love guys too, sons and daughters, and I love God and Dr. Seuss. And he says, you have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself wherever you choose. Girls, let's talk about choices, because life is actually made up of choices that bring about the big decisions. And one of those decisions is what you're going to do about the boys. Otherwise, boys become a distraction, and distraction can lead to many sad and unfortunate outcomes later on in life. So, how do you manage with all the boy attention? Pretty girls attract a lot of boy attention. Yes or no, Michelle?
Well, yes, I believe pretty girls do attract a lot of attention. Yes, but then we don't have to entertain such, because as girls, I mean, I have been in certain situations where I am being watched and things like that, but I don't think that's
watched, you're being checked out.
Yes.
You're being toasted.
Yes.
All right. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting the language. So how do you handle that, especially in school?
Well, we're not meant to let all of that thing, all those things get into our head, because sometimes it's just not true. And at the same time, there is a time for everything.
I love that. Sometimes it's not just true, and at the same time,
there's
a time for everything. But girls can be funny, and girls can be silly, and girls can be very giggly about boy issues. Yes, Naya? Talk to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like that thing comes from when like the girl is not desperate per se, but then when she's in need of those kind of words, like it's like a sort of like relief.
Why do you think a girl needs those kind of words at the age of 16? What do you think has happened or hasn't happened?
Maybe it's like it might be a family kind of thing. It might be maybe she wants to use that thing to boost up her
sense of morale.
Or just yes, I think people have their different reasons for this kind of things, and then it just takes time for them to realize that you actually do not need those words to bring out the true you, to bring out the beautiful you. You just need your. I feel like you need your own.
All right, so everybody, help me do this. So whatever this is, right now, handling your this and the attention that clearly must be coming from boys.
Yeah.
What has Daddy told you about dealing with the boy attention?
I've actually never spoken to Daddy about any boy attention.
Have you spoken with your mom?
Yes, I have.
And what does mom say?
My mom says she told me things about her own childhood, about how in university there was this guy, everything that she will run. She will run, and that they're just like there too. They may have like ulterior motives to their actions. So, like, you can never tell which one is true, which one is actually not true. I feel like you should just chill and wait for your time. Wait for when like the wisdom strikes in for you to make the right decision.
When the wisdom strikes in for you to make the right decision. All right. So, Anu, what do you have to say about the boy thing, and what has your daddy told you about the boy matters?
Run away from this boy. They try to touch you, scream. That's me. I've been in like a lot of situations, a lot of serious situations, and
when you say serious situations, let's get serious here. What do you mean by a lot of serious situations?
Like when the boy he likes you and you tell him that this can happen and everything, but like he just keeps trying.
That this can happen.
This can't.
It can't happen.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he just keeps trying, pushing his way, fighting.
What do you mean fighting? Fighting you?
No, just striving. Striving. Not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. But like, like you don't know whether it's like lost. You don't know whether he actually likes you.
What do people understand about lust? What is lust?
Like sexual.
What?
Sexual
strong
desires.
Sexual desire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get under your
Trying to get under
your skirt.
Your skirt. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure we understand what we're talking about. Okay.
Yes,
So you don't know about that and everything. So what have you learned to do therefore? So how do you manage the attention?
Yeah, you don't embarrass the boy, actually, as my mommy has said. Do not embarrass the boy. You can still be friends with the boy, but you can still talk to them and everything. Like, you can still be friends with them, but like, just make it clear to them that there's a boundary that they can't cross.
Very
like
important.
They can be your friend, like you can cheat, you can play, but like, you
don't cross that boundary.
Yeah, don't cross.
Well, I love what you said about the boundary. I also love the fact that, you know, in looking at life and understanding your position in life, you understand you've always got to reset it with your own values. The beauty of being in Christ and in God is that you will always be helped out of crisis and every sad challenge in the world. Life happens, but the blessed thing about life happening is that God is over all. Wherever you are, God over you will make sure that through you, He and the Christ He has given us as His precious Son will be known. Like savor, like fragrance, it's not your fault, it's your flavor. This is DBL Dayo Benjamins-Laniyi, and with the girls on set, we're saying toodles and God bless you. Stay with your colors, stay with your flavors. I'm vanilla, you are
Cherry.
Chocolate.
Mint.
See you next edition, special edition.